So we've got an exciting season ahead of us, and we know you can't tell us much, but can you tease a little bit of what direction season 2 is headed in?
Well, I think the writers just get better and better at coming up with these persons of interest. The predicaments are hilarious, excruciating, terrifying. They're really getting good at that. And they're also developing character more and more, not just among the human players, but you've seen already how the machine is starting. I mean, all of season 1, the machine was just sort of a technological backdrop. It was like the background noise of the show. But now it's just shy of having a personality of its own at this point. Now that we've seen its infancy and its childhood, it's kind of cool when you think about it being raised kind of like a being.
Is that something we're going to continue to see? Maybe that will become a character further down the road?
I think the machine can only get more important and independent.
Which is dangerous.
What did Ruth say? I don't want to, what'd she say? I don't want to steal the machine, I want to free it.
And that's just a terrifying concept. Because
What does she mean by that?
Right.
So when, I lost complete track of thought, so I'll switch gears. You have played on 2 very intense television shows back to back, but my understanding is you're a pretty loose and funny guy. Do you ever want to just cut loose and do something comedic? On set even?
If I ever had to be on another, or had the opportunity to be on another TV show, I think it would be nice to be something silly, funny. I don't know if I could do a sitcom, really, but yeah, I would like to lower the intensity level a little bit. That would be fun.
Speaking of the show, I mean, how are we going to see that intensity level get even bigger as this season goes on? I know you're about 8 episodes in at this point.
Yeah.
So what are some big hallmarks we're going to be seeing, some big hallmark episodes so far with what you've filmed?
Well, the writers are smart at throwing us handicaps or obstacles, so that it seems like every episode, our victories never prepare us fully for the next challenge. The next challenge is always just slightly out of our comfort zone, which is a good way to write the show and keep the audience going.
Have you found this a little challenging?
Yeah, I have a lot. Yeah, I do a lot of talking in the show. I do a lot of I'm the bringer of the exposition on most episodes. I'm the guy that reads the dossiers, you know, and says, "Oh, Victor Krylov, formerly of the KGB," you know, he gives all the background. So that's a challenge, because I didn't do that on Lost.
You did get great monologues.
On Lost Year, it was a very ensemble cast, and while this is an amazing cast, you guys work in pairs a lot. Has it been challenging to develop sort of like camaraderie?
Oh, okay, very good. You were saying we work in pairs.
Yeah, you tend to pair off a lot. Has it been challenging to develop a camaraderie on the set between the whole cast?
What's challenging is I'm often acting alone.
Right.
Yesterday I did an entire day's work, 12 or 13 pages, all by myself. I'm in the library, I'm talking on phones and earbuds and there's screens, and it's my side of a dozen conversations, some of them highly technical. That's a challenge to be. My number one scene partner is the script supervisor who reads the other side of all those scenes.
Right.
And I now know his rhythms and intonations probably better than I do Taraji's, say.
Right.
So if you ever need a voice for the computer, script supervisor.
Yeah, I would respond to that. It's Tony.
Last time we spoke, you were under the impression that your new co-star, your new 4-legged co-star, had like a time limit that he was under on the show.
I was so wrong. He's a keeper.
He's a keeper.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see any poor dead dogs around here anywhere anytime soon.
No.
He's safe.
No, he's too important. They'll kill Finch before they kill Bear.
Have your feelings about technology changed as a direct result of playing this character and doing a lot of things that people can't do in real life?
I should say that I don't spend a lot of time in any day thinking about technology. But when I do think about it, I feel I'm a little more worried about it. I'm a little more worried about my own cell phone now. Because of the stuff we do every episode. We're blue-jacking phones. We're using it to track people. We're listening to them. We're spying on them. All with that's just with the sort of smallest unit of super technology that's available to every person. What could you not do with some really sophisticated equipment? So that's pause.
Do you think this show is an
It's
intentional?
gonna be the last one. Sorry.
Do you think the show is an intentional critique of big technology, or it just took this element of the world that we live in and went from there in a science fiction show?
I don't know if it's a critique. Certainly Jonathan Nolan wants to tell a story. You need a set of problems. He thinks clearly that these new technologies are fraught with and rich with problems. Ethical and technological, political. So, yeah, maybe there is a little bit of critique, or just a caution, just a note of caution. Think twice about what you're carrying around in your pocket, because here's what it could be used for.